What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about a install for an 89sabers Graflex for a loyal customer of mine, or a loyal client, and a really good guy. Um, really happy that I finally got to get this install done for him. I know he's been waiting for a little bit for me to get it done. It is installed with a mild chassis, Profi 3.9, stock custom works. Sorry, I forgot which ones I installed in there because I know I usually do CC Sabers, so sometimes I forget. Stock custom works pixel connector, um, and a 21700 battery, and a 31 millimeter stock custom works speaker, which I'm very excited to show you guys. I had never worked with a speaker of that size before. um so like I mentioned, I'm very happy that I finally got to get this done for him. I know he's been waiting for a while. We've had a couple of delays. The first hilt he got was factory installed, which he did not want. He sent it back, got a new one, sent it to me. We thought it was all good to go, but we did not have the PCBs that came with the hilt. And for those of you who've installed one, or may have had an empty one at any point, there is a curved PCB for the beer tap auxiliary switch, and that's essentially the only one I needed, but there was none. So when we finally reached out to the seller, they sent out some switches, and the one that goes back here for the red button wasn't even the right one. But I mean, it's okay. We got the curved one, which is all we needed. So yeah, there was a couple of delays. Um, but enough talking about the hilt. Let's go ahead and show you the chassis. Now, the client did mention that he didn't really want any greeblies or anything on the chassis, but I did mention if I can just add like the bare minimum just so that it didn't look too plain. And he was fine. He was fine with that. So I went ahead and just added some very basic greeblies. Here, as you, my camera does not want to focus, but here, as you can see, there's a very basic pipe running up here along the side with another curved pipe here, and just like, you know, some other greeblies there. I did add the greeblies here for the kill switch. As you can see, it does have the, why does my camera not want to focus? It does have just some more piping there. I got these greeblies here along the front, and just this that runs along the whole side of the chassis. So here you do have your Profi 3.9. You have your 21700 battery. This was sent to me by the customer, so I did model the chassis after this battery. I don't know if all 21700 batteries are this large, but this one I believe is a little bit bigger because it does have a USB-C charging port here, so he can charge his battery at any time with any phone charger at this point. So you also have your kill switch there, like I mentioned before, and your 31 millimeter speaker. Now this speaker is super loud, super awesome. Like I mentioned, I never worked with a speaker of that size, so it's definitely it was definitely worth it, you know, to finally get this install done just to hear it. So let's go ahead and turn it on. I did send a video to the client already so that he can hear how the speaker sounded. So both myself and I already know how it sounds, but to those of you who may not have had one of these speakers or have heard one, they sound really, really good. He did ask for me to set the volume to 3000. I'm not entirely sure if that's the max that it can go, but he told me that he wanted to set to that, so I went ahead and set it to that, and it sounds really good. So let's go ahead and turn it on. He did send me some the fonts that he wanted on here, as well as the requested blade styles. So I went ahead and added everything into the hilt already, of course. So first font on here is blue. Now this is your auxiliary, and this is your I'm sorry, this is your power, and this is your auxiliary. This does hold a 1-inch blade as well, but I already have my 7/8 inch blade adapter in here, so let's go ahead and just insert the blade. You're gonna feel the pins. Now this is your retention screw right here, where this flathead screw is. You'll go ahead and get this with the hilt It's a small screwdriver that you can just use to tighten this up. So let's go ahead and tighten that up a little bit. All right, perfect. So that should be good. So let's go ahead and turn it on. First font is going to be blue. I don't know if you guys can hear me over this, but this sounds really loud. Like in person, this is extremely loud. It is like the loudest speaker I've dealt with, and it's extremely clear as well. You know, there's like no crackling or nothing going on. It sounds really good. I really like this speaker. Normally I wouldn't really think of buying a speaker that big because, I mean, it's just not something that I look for. Like, I don't really care for my sabers to be all that loud, but this speaker, I am probably gonna get one and have this exact same build done for myself, because it's really good. Like, it's a really good, loud, clear sounding speaker. So let's go ahead and continue to the next font, and the next font is Cyan, as well as the blade style, of course. Now I won't go too in depth on all the fonts here, so we can just kind of get through them. He did ask me to program, or he did ask me before to program his saber so that I can hold the power button to turn it off. So I went ahead and did that for this one as well. The next sound font is going to be Energy Blade. Next one is ESB Graflex.
Commander Skywalker, do you copy?
Got twist off. The next one's going to be green, which I won't really go too deep into just because it's a green sound font. Next one we have is indigo. Next one is magenta. I've personally always liked this color on sabers. I think it looks really cool. So I'm just gonna set it down so y'all can see it. I don't know, I just think it's a really nice looking color. Maybe even like, it just looks really nice. Next is orange. Oh. Purple. Red. Then we have Son of Corellia. Then we have Vader. Oh. Sorry about that. This sound font sounds really good, really nice and bassy. You can really hear it in the hilt. You can feel the hilt like vibrating with how loud it is. Last sound font we have is yellow. Sorry, I'm done. All right, and back to the original sound font. Go ahead and set this down. Get a nice little aesthetic of it. Let's go to the ESB Graflex font.
Commander Skywalker, do you copy?
Just to get the aesthetic of it as well. Nice. Very, very nice looking hilt. All right. So let's go ahead and pop the blade off. Just slowly pull it out. And let me go ahead and get my blade adapter from in there. Oh. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and try to just do it over here. All right, here we go. Put that there to the side. Move this as well. And of course, just to turn it off, you'll go ahead and remove the clamp. Move it here to the side, and you can flip your kill switch here. You do have access to your SD card here as well. If you ever just want to pull that out, you can get a pair of like needle nose pliers, like so, and just kind of grab it from the sides, close it up, pull it out. But other than that, I mean, the saber is pretty much done. Everything has been talked about in the saber. So again, thank you very much to the client for allowing me to work on another one of your sabers. And this is, like I mentioned, I'm probably gonna end up buying the same hilt and doing the same exact setup to mine, because this was a really good sounding speaker. Like the speaker was what sold me, quite honestly. But big thank you to the client, and to anyone that's watching, thank you for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. And I'll catch you guys later.